Good morning, students. Now, let us start our preparation for pre-annual or pre-board exam. We have completed our syllabus with question answers also. But for your easy preparation, let us go through each and every chapter in short notes manner. First chapter is fundamental unit of life. In this chapter, let us learn first the discoveries. Robert Hooke, he discovered the cell for the first time in the year 1665 from cork slice. He has observed them like little rooms in that cork slice. So he gave the term cell for that small or tiny rooms like structures, because in Latin language cell means little room. Whatever the cell that was discovered by Robert Hooke was a dead cell, and he has discovered with almost primitive microscope. In the year 1674, Anton von Leeuwenhoek, he has discovered the living cell using little advanced microscope. Then Robert Brown, in the year 1831, he has discovered the nucleus. Then Purkinje has coined the term protoplasm in the year 1839. In 1838 and in 1839, Matthias Sladen and Theodor Schwann, they have proposed the cell theory. According to cell theory, all living organisms are made up of cells only, and cell is the basic unit of life. Virchow, in the year 1855, he has added another concept, that is, cells arise from pre-existing cells. In Latin language, it is also referred as omnis cellula e cellula. If we carefully observe, cells are present in different sizes and different shapes. There are different types of cells among the organisms or within the same organism also, and these different cells are in different sizes and in different shapes. Form correlates with function. So these different sized and different shapes having cells carry out different functions. Because their structure is different, their function also will be different. Each cell can carry out different basic functions of life. So cell is known as basic unit of life. Each cell is made up of plasma membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Plasma membrane, it is the outer boundary of the cell. It provides barrier between the inner environment and outer environment of the cell. It acts as selectively permeable membrane because it has got the unique property of allowing only some molecules to pass through it and hindering other molecules from passing through it. And this allowing or not allowing is carried out in a selective manner, so it is called selective permeable membrane, and only some molecules are allowed to pass through it, so it is also called semi-permeable membrane. And some molecules move through this plasma membrane spontaneously from their higher concentration to their lower concentration. Movement of any molecule from its higher concentration to its lower concentration is known as diffusion. So diffusion of gases and water occurs through this plasma membrane, and some other molecules also move by means of diffusion. Diffusion of gases is not given any specific term, whereas diffusion of water is known as osmosis. The osmosis or the movement of water by diffusion, it occurs based on the medium. What are these media? There are three types of media based on the presence of water concentration in them in comparison with cellular environment: hypotonic medium, hypertonic medium, and isotonic medium. Hypotonic medium has more water concentration than inside the cell. Hypertonic medium has less water concentration than inside the cell. Isotonic medium has same water concentration to the inner environment of the cell. When a cell is placed in hypotonic medium, what will happen? The cell will absorb the water from the medium. When a cell is placed in hypertonic medium, cell will lose the water. When a cell is placed in isotonic medium, cell neither gains water nor loses water. Hypotonic medium has less solute and more water concentration than the inner environment of the cell. Hypertonic medium has less water concentration and more solute than inside the cell. Isotonic medium has same water and same solute concentration per unit area than inside the cell. Osmosis helps in water absorption by the roots of the plant. Coming to cell wall. Cell wall provides structural strength to plant cells. Cell wall is the outer boundary in plant cells, bacterial cells, and in fungal cells, covering even cell membrane. Plasmolysis, it is the movement of cellular contents away from cell wall when a cell is placed in hypertonic medium. Turgor pressure, equivalent opposite pressure of cell wall on fully turgid cell. Because of turgor pressure, the cell is able to sustain when the cell is placed in hypotonic media. So because of cell wall containing cells withstand with changes in the surrounding medium. Nucleus, the darkly stained central region of cell. It is double layered membrane bound organelle. Inside the nucleus, chromosomes are present, which are rod shaped. Chromatin, it is thin entangled threads. Chromosome form of genetic material is present only during the time of cell division. Chromatin form of genetic material is present when the cell is not dividing. What is the difference between chromosomes and chromatin? Chromosomes are in rod shaped. Chromatin is in thin entangled threads shaped. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. DNA contains information for characters, and the chromosomes, they contain genes. What are genes? Functional segments of DNA. The functions of nucleus are: it controls and coordinates the cellular reproduction and cellular development. Nucleoid, it is the nucleus-like region in bacteria like prokaryotes. In nucleoid, there is no membrane covering it. It is only nucleus-like region. Eukaryotes are nucleus-containing organisms. Prokaryotes are the organisms which do not contain nucleus, but they contain only nucleoid. And when it compared to prokaryotes and eukaryotes, prokaryotes are small in size, whereas eukaryotes are large in size. Prokaryotes not only do not contain nucleus, but also do not contain membrane-bound organelles, whereas eukaryotes, they not only contain nucleus but also contain membrane-bound organelles. So in prokaryotes, if it is a autotrophic prokaryote, the chlorophyll-like substance, it is present in membranous vesicles, whereas in eukaryotes, if it is a autotrophic eukaryote, chlorophyll is present in specific organelle called plastids. Okay. Coming to cytoplasm. The lightly stained region inside the cell is known as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contains cellular organelles. Coming to the importance of membranes. Membranes provide the true significance of life. Viruses do not contain any specific membrane, so viruses are not considered as true living organisms. Differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes we have just discussed already. Coming to cell organelles. There are various membrane-bound cellular organelles in eukaryotic cells which provide the division of labor and which helps to carry out different cellular activities in separate from one to each other so that they are carried out effectively. The important cellular organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, plastids, vacuoles, etc. Let us discuss the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, plastids, vacuoles. Endoplasmic reticulum, a network-like structure which contains oblong bags or sacs. It is of two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ribosomes studded on the oblong bags. It is mainly involved in protein synthesis. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not contain ribosomes. It is mainly involved in lipid synthesis. In liver, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum provides the surface for detoxification of various drugs. Endoplasmic reticulum, it provides channels for cellular transport and it provides cytoplasmic framework. Next, Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus was discovered by Camillo Golgi. It contains not network-like but parallelly arranged sacs, which are also known as cisterns. These cisterns, the membranes of these cisterns have connections with the membranes of endoplasmic reticulum. So both the membranes of Golgi apparatus and endoplasmic reticulum, they form cellular membrane system. Golgi apparatus is mainly involved in storage, modification, and packaging of biomolecules. Lysosomes are formed from Golgi apparatus. The lysosomes are the waste disposal system of the cell. They digest the foreign material that enters inside the cell. Whenever there is disturbance in cellular metabolism, the lysosomes burst and release the hydrolytic enzymes present in them and digest the wound cell and cause the death of the cell. As the death is caused from inside the cell itself and the responsible organelle is the lysosome, so lysosomes are called suicide bags of the cell. As it is already said, they are filled with hydrolytic digestive enzymes that digest various biomolecules. Next, mitochondria. These are the powerhouses of the cell that are involved in the production of energy currency, ATP. Mitochondria are covered by two membranes. Inner membrane is deeply folded that provide the surface for ATP generating reactions, whereas the outer membrane is porous so that the substances that are formed in cytoplasm during the first phase of cellular respiration can enter into the mitochondria that are going to participate in the second phase of cellular respiration. Plastids. There are two types of plastids, chromoplastids and leucoplastids. Chromoplastids contain colored substances in them or pigments in them, so they are called chromoplastids. Leucoplastids do not contain any colored substance or pigments, so they are called leucoplastids. If the chromoplastids contain chlorophyll, then they are known as chloroplasts. If leucoplastids they are going to serve the purpose of storing the food materials. If a leucoplast is storing carbohydrates, it is called amyloplasts. The leucoplasts that store proteins are called aleuroplasts. The leucoplasts that store fats are called elaioplasts. The plastids, they contain stroma and grana. Grana are the stacks are coins-like structures, pile of coins-like structures. Stroma is the inner area of the plastid. Both mitochondria and plastids are called strange organelles because they contain their own DNA and ribosomes in them, so they can make some of the needed proteins for them. Vacuoles. Vacuoles are the storage sacs in the cell. The covering membrane of the vacuole is known as tonoplast. They are small in size in animal cells, large in size in plant cells. In a fully matured plant cell, 50 to 90% of the cell volume is occupied by vacuole. Because of the presence of cell sap in vacuole, they provide turgidity, especially in the plant cells. Cell sap is filled with amino acids, sugars, and organic acids and proteins. In amoeba-like unicellular organisms, special vacuoles perform different special functions. Food vacuole helps in food digestion in amoeba. Contractile vacuole helps in osmoregulation in amoeba. Cell division. The division of the cell into its daughter cells is known as cell division. It is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is also known as equational division. By mitosis, two daughter cells are formed that have same number and content of chromosomes to that of their mother cell. Mitosis helps in growth and development. Meiosis is also called reductional division that forms four daughter cells from one mother cell. The four daughter cells have half the number and half the content of chromosomes and DNA to that of their mother cells. Meiosis is mainly involved in reproduction to produce haploid gametes in sexually reproducing organisms. Okay, thank you.